In this video, we're going to go over some advanced functions of Bluebeam and marking up plan sets and doing things of that nature. So we're going to go through and we're going to open a document that we already have. We're going to open an existing set of plans. You may open it in this view and see that things occur. That's not the interest. So what we're going to do is up here on the very top of the screen, and if you need to close any of the sides, these little tabs are, so you just touch them and they'll come back or go away. Same thing here on the bottom. So if you look up here on the top, there are different options we already covered. That's opening a file, or that's creating a new file. So we're gonna go to the filing cabinet, which is opening a file. These are all the documents that we have saved to our device. So in this case, I'm gonna come down here and I'm gonna open a set of plans that I know I have a set of plans for. So this is one of the projects I worked on recently, and this is a good full set of plans. And we're going to cover some of the basics. We'll mark up a set of plans. One of the things we'll do is, in particular, like let's say this is our as-built set of plans. We're going to take our toolkit. And this is covered in a little bit more detail on the video covering the basics of creating a document, but the toolkit is up here in the upper right. So we're going to select that. And we're going to come down here and we're going to select the line from the list of tools. And we're going to line through contract plans. And we're going to add a text box for final plan. So we've selected the text box and we're going to select here. So, and again, that's pretty small. We don't like the font there. So we're going to do the same way we did the other video. We're going to select the text box. Over here on the right hand side, we're going to select the gear. Gives us settings, and we're going to come down here to the font size and we're going to increase it until we get a size that we think makes sense. 26 looks to be good right here. Stretch that out, and here's our covered for as-built plan set. We can insert the sheets over here, line through things all in a similar fashion, creating lines and doing text box. All of those things are effective. So here's quantities, typical sections. So we can use as an example one of the areas, and on this project we actually already wrote this and did this, but contractor extended the limits to station without authorization. So that was a change. That was something that actually occurred on the project, but you can do that as a text box, and that was done as a call out. So if I needed to add a call out, I would come off of the gear. So I'm still under settings, so I need to come back over here and go back to my toolkit. And then the call out box is the arrow and square. And basically you just draw the arrow and then you start typing. In this case, we're gonna come over here and delete that because that was not necessary. So we're gonna show that one more time. We're just gonna draw a text box in, a call out box. We can close the keyboard. And if we don't like what we've done there, and so we accidentally clicked off of it and we wanna get rid of it, you go back to it, select it. So you just touch on it, and on the bottom right hand side you have the X, and now it's deleted. So now you can create that. If you wanted to, let's say, bring attention to and highlight this station that we're changing, you can come over here and select the highlighter, this little yellow tool over here, and highlight that selection. And now we have a highlighted plan, and we can unselect that. So that gives us the marking up a plan set. So if you wanted to call specific attention to a concern or an issue in the plan, the best way to do so, and we've shown how to mark up, and again, so we're going through this pretty quickly, but you can fill in your quantities and things of that nature, all here too from your final plans. All you do is add a text box and put it right where you want to do it. And we'll change these to numbers. We'll say it is 2800.3, oops, 800.3 is our quantity. So put it up here so we can take that, we can move it down here into our final. And if our text box is too small, then we can make adjustments there. Our font size, too small or too big, we can make adjustments there. So that gives you the basics of putting in some quantities, entering a set of plans. Again, we covered putting in a photo, which we can do that here as well. So on the plan set, let's say we have an issue and we marked out existing utilities, prevented, subgrade, something else that we did on the as-builds, but we'll come over here to the right-hand side and same thing, and add a photo. We can add a photo and add a file attachment. I'm going to add an annotation, sorry, not that. And we're going to do camera, and we'll take a photo again just of the wall. And we will use that photo. Again, this is covered in more detail in the creating a document. And now we have to draw it in. So we're drawing something in here so we can show that this is an existing condition on the job within this box. So this can show how to give special attention to something that you need as far as sending this to someone for questions or clarification or issues or challenges. So in order to, let's say that we're going to send something to the engineer of record and call out an issue or a concern and take a photo of a condition in the field, tie it to the plan set. We've worked on creating a text box and creating that and adding a photo. Now we're going to send this page. So over here on your left hand side, you'll see this little tab, and you have different tools and things. If you look at the four corner button right here, and it's very similar to what you would find in Bluebeam Desktop, you hit the four corner button and now you have the document. So this is the sheet we're trying to mess with. We can touch and hold. I'm sorry, let me rephrase this. The reason I can't add any of these pages is because this is a signed and sealed set of plans, so I can't do any editing to this because I can edit the documents and things of that nature. I can't add or remove pages because of the digital seals inside of it and the document property. So you would actually have to make sure that this is a printed, flattened copy set of plans before doing that. And then from this screen, you would be able to send individual pages of these documents and split them out. So those are our if I try to email the file, it's going to send the entire thing. So this is not the option you want to look for. But anyway, that's the opportunities that we have. So that is the end of this video, and we'll get into some more details about marking up some different things with plans and maybe even creating a punch list on another video. So thank you again, and if you have any questions, please get with your administrators, or you will have my contact information provided throughout some emails. So thank you guys.